So what was the offer? Right, so this is a I've just done what I call a talkie video, a spiritual advice video, if you want to call it that. And it's about offers, it's about spiritual offers. So if you go to my profile, you can actually go and watch that. And now I'm doing a reading on what was the offer. What was person who's been corrupted? What were they being offered? Right, just bear with me. So I'm gonna use the Hermetic Tarot deck and the What's the Tea cards as we go through. So the first card that came through was Lord of Sorrow, Lord of Ruin, okay, and then Three of Wands in Ten of Swords, Lord of Ruin, and then Three of Wands in the reverse, Lord of Established Strength. So what this feels like is this person, this is the state that they were in. So they were in sorrow, they were in ruin, and they felt like they had no strength, basically. Now this tends to be when these dark energies come knocking. Okay, when you're at your lowest, this is when they come knocking. You know, as they were saying, the devil comes with an offer, and it's kind of that energy. I've got the Princess of Pentacles, Princess of the Echoing Hills. Now, I'm drawn to the ram's skull at the top. Now, I'm not going religious-based doctrine, devil energy here. It feels more like this person has been drawn in by a pagan deity. Okay. This person who's taken this offer, they were always looking for a place to fit in. They could never really find who they were. They felt like they were walking around in the dark for most of their life. They were approached, they were offered greatness. Okay. Now I'm being told this isn't as far back as you think it was. Okay, because there's been a lot of lies. There's been a lot of lies from this person. This person is a pathological liar. They make up a lot of stuff. They say they're something that they are not. Okay, a lot of their gifts and abilities are about perception. So when I say that, it would be like a cold reader, somebody who's reading somebody's body language and stuff like that. Now, for me, I'm quite honest and open. If I've got a client sat across from me, I am going to look at their body language, but it's less so for me about kind of going, oh, I'm going to react and respond to that. For me, it's just a cue to go, am I on the right track here? You know what I mean? You can always tell if you read energy, when you do a reading and they get a bit excited about what you're saying, they get these waves of excited energy coming off them and hitting you. So yeah, they were lost and scared. Okay, they were at a point in their life where being looked at became uncomfortable. And this offer came in from this dark energy to make them great, to make them be worshipped. Okay, this person, okay, so we've got Queen of Wands, Queen of the Thrones of Fire. Okay, so that's what they were offered. They were offered to be this Queen of the Thrones of Flame. Right, so that's what they were offered. Five of Cups, Lord of Loss in Pleasure. Now, this card for me, I've said this a few times in my psychic-based readings. You've got the inverted pentagram there, and because it's pointing down at one cup, it feels like it's kind of siphoning energy. I feel like this person has been siphoning energies to achieve greatness. Okay, so although their skills, their gifts, their abilities, they're not quite what they're making them out to be. They've had some help along the way. Now I'm seeing a man with dark curly hair and glasses. Okay, he's wearing black. He's got a black polo shirt on, and he's got an occulty feel to him. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but he's very kind of white, educated, occult type person. He's the kind who say that I'm a demonologist. You know, he's one of those types, right? This person has been trained by this person. This person has been getting information and knowledge from them, and it's occult-based knowledge. Now, the person that we're dealing with who's turned dark, they turned easily. Okay, now what I'm seeing like a person, and they've got like this little glass, and it's glowing green. It looks a bit like absinthe type liquid. I doubt it is. It looks like some kind of potion, if I'm honest with you. I do feel it's alcohol based, and they're drinking it. They're drinking this liquid, and it's almost like an initiation. Now the problem is, I feel that this guru, this educator, this person, this mentor, they're actually using this other person for their own gain, and they're siphoning and draining them. They know that this person has a lot of energy, and it's almost like they know that their energy is stronger than theirs, so they're using that person to do their bidding. Okay, with promises of grandeur, with promises of worship. Okay, now this was something that came to my mind when I was doing a reading the other day, and again, I'm seeing somebody, it's female, and she's naked, and they're put in. There's a few people here. I'm seeing people in robes. Can't tell what colour they are, like cloaks. I want to say kind of like a maroon colour. And then they've got like deer skulls as masks, and they're putting this cape on this person, dark green cape, and then they're putting this banded headwear with antlers on, and they're placing it on their head. And it's almost like an initiation. It's almost like a form of what do you call it? When a king or a queen is crowned. I can't think of the word now off the top of my head. Okay. So let's use what's the T. Okay, so clues to this person. Car drama, repo nightmares, always asking for a ride, too broke to fix it. Cat confirmation. Dodging bullets, blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people, haters can't touch you. I feel that's confirmation for you. This person can't get to you. This person and their mentor, like I say, whatever we want to call it, they can't get to you. They can't get to you. Okay. Clout hungry, viral or nothing, lives for attention, makes shiz up for drama. So yeah, they're doing this. They're doing this to feed their own ego. They've got these deluded ideas of grandeur. I feel like this person is that they're social media hungry. I feel like they've bought a lot of likes and follows to make out that they're something that they're not, and they gloat about it. They gloat about it and they brag about, oh look how well I'm doing. Oh, da, 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 da. Now don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself for your achievements, but you know it's hollow. I mean, when we were coming up to the 10,000 on TikTok, you know, I've already stated this. You know, we were getting throttled and throttled and throttled. We were so close to 10,000, and I was picking up like 1 or 2 people on a live, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I bought a few follows. Now, getting me over the edge by getting those follows, it felt such like such a hollow victory. It really, really did. And I won't do that again. I won't do that again ever. Because it was hollow. Now, for me though, the following day, I admitted that to my followers. I said, look, you know, I'm really sorry. I just felt completely stuck. I felt like I'm putting all this time in and it wasn't getting over the line. You know what I mean? So I owned up to it. But it, you know, to this day, I feel like it was a hollow victory. This person, you know, but up to that, I put all this hard work and effort in. You know what I mean? This person hasn't put any effort in. They've literally just bought a load of followers and kind of gone, oh, look how popular I am, without doing the content, without doing the posts, without this, that and the other. I'm going to have to stop in a second. If you want a personalised reading, link top of the profile or urbanwarlockhealing.com. Can we get one last card before we wrap this up, please? This person's a wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? The enemy at the gates has been seen and the gate is dropping. I'm going to leave it there. Ta-ta.